Across the sea of character sheets, deep in the forest of D20s lies the mountain of source books.
Welcome to the Mountain of Sourcebooks. We hope you enjoyed your climb. My name is Jeffrey Vincent Dale, and today we're returning to our gameplay of Monster of the Week. We don't really have any updates for you on the channel right now, so we're just going to dive right into the gameplay. Does anyone have beginning of mystery questions?
I get something.
Yeah, that's right.
So I get to roll dice, which I already did.
Okay.
I rolled 12 minus 1, so I got an 11. So which means you have to reveal a useful detail about the upcoming mystery
Okay.
for my Destiny's Plaything.
All right, we'll start with that then.
Roll to see what's revealed about your immediate future.
All right, so would Frank be someone that follows people on YouTube?
No. Well, I guess he has a 11-year-old daughter. Maybe she would, and he would get sucked into this.
Okay.
That is a very weird question, and I'm looking forward to the reason for the question.
We start with a dream. Frank, you find yourself in what looks like some sort of gallery, like a picture gallery.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of people, and they look like they're involved in an auction of some kind.
Oh, I will walk to the crowd of people and look what's being auctioned off.
Does Frank have money?
Probably not.
Okay.
All right, so you walk to the front, and it looks like a variety of crystals are on sale. One of the items on sale is a crystal statue,
Oh,
and something about the person in the statue looks really familiar.
can I try and recognize why they look familiar?
Yes, you recognize this person as a sort of local celebrity named Dinah Harrington, which hopefully is not the name of a real world horrible person. I used a random name generator to create the name. So she's a YouTuber who, local to the area, they're a rising star because of their YouTube videos of them singing.
It's a statue of a YouTuber.
A crystal statue.
This is also a dream.
Okay, that's fair. That's okay.
I'm just gonna open up my pockets. I have tons of money in my dream.
Okay.
Don't we all?
We'll say that's the end of the dream then.
Oh no! I ruined it. I dreamed too big. I mean, it's not like my guy's broke, but he doesn't have crystal statue money.
Especially not of a YouTuber. Oh, wow.
Oh, local celebrity YouTuber. Maybe it's fake crystal, you know?
It could be a really cheap crystal.
Maybe it's a dream.
Yeah, it's also a dream. That's also
You're reading way too much into it.
Okay, I wake up.
All right, so you wake up at home, and what's going on at your house?
Okay, so is this a weekday or a weekend?
We will say it is a Friday.
It is a Friday. So I guess I wake up at my house, the alarm goes off. I'm living in a small house. Since the divorce, I only get my daughter like every other weekend type deal. She got custody. So I kind of wake up to a nice lonely household. Very quiet, and I guess I just start getting ready for work. Take a shower, put up a nice button up and a tie for my middle management position, go to the fridge, start paying myself cereal and realize I ran out of milk.
Does Frank have a comb over?
You know, I want to say his hair is actually pretty good still.
Okay. I mean, technically he is the chosen one, so he should have good hair.
I want to say he's 38, so
Okay.
it's not like he's... I mean, you could have a comb over at that age, but...
He is somehow older than Hawk is.
How old are your characters?
Late 20s.
Okay.
90.
9, okay.
Dr. Margaret Grace is 90 years old.
All right, so Frank goes about his day, and while Frank is at work...
And some boring meetings that could have been emails.
So most of them.
bearing emails that could have been nothing.
Now we move on to Ann Hawk. When you wake up, you find you have an email from
People use this thing.
someone named Serenity Evans.
Okay, that is definitely a name. All right. I am not going to click any links though.
Okay. Actually, we'll say that you are at least familiar with Serenity Evans.
This is a person I've done case for or worked with before.
Yeah, she's kind of like a local fortune teller, kind of.
Still no links then.
She's heard that you do investigations, and they want help because they had someone they used to teach. Her name is Adessi,
Desi, is that with an O?
Adessi, and she's worried that she might be in some trouble.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right. She's in trouble, but is it just like a location in general and just kind of look to see what's going on?
She invites you to her office.
Okay. Yeah, and if you do fortune telling, it's an office thing. Would this be a? I guess I would have to take a look to see what the significance of what this has to do with anything supernatural before I even commit to actually getting anyone else involved. Because I would do that. I'm a busybody. So I get on my something with like a ridiculous phrase, but it's a crop top, which then I put a Hawaiian shirt over, and then I put on a leather jacket because that is my outfit. Also, I find sunglasses because I'm probably extremely hungover. And then I go and take a look at this because I have nothing better to do in the daytime. I'm alone. I'm alone at home when I don't have jobs. It's boring.
So you arrive. When you knock on the door, an older woman, looks like she's in her 70s, answers.
Oh, hi. How you doing? You're have we actually met before?
Once or twice, not like you haven't like had any in-depth conversations, but you.
So I
recognize each other.
suspect I've never actually been here. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Hi, it's Detective Hawk, if you remember. Yeah, it's a really nice place you got here. Really like the rug.
Well, thank you. Come on in.
Yeah, okay. So you were saying there was some kind of trouble. You know, my line of work, is it a kind of trouble or is it just, hey, look into this for a friend?
Well, I can't really. It's not really anything that I'd be able to bring to the police. I don't have any real evidence that anything's wrong.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't talk to cops anyway. They're never a good idea. I suppose I could probably figure that out. I mean, I wasn't doing nothing anything. Just long night's sleep, 4 hours, so long. Yeah, no. Anything about the person I should know?
Yes, I taught her a little bit of magic.
Oh, that's nice.
She can do illusions.
I mean, any kind of magic can blow up in your face, regardless of the situation. There was this one time I was on a mission, and there was this like old mage. He was like some kind of like cowboy wizard. It's kind of a thing that exists. But basically, he had this type of magic that involves basically throwing your voice, and he ended up throwing his voice too far, and then he lost it. So it's the kind of thing that can happen a lot, and magic's just this thing you really don't want to mess with all that much.
I ended up stopping my teaching of magic to her because I caught her toying with animals in mazes, like creating mazes magically and trapping animals in
Oh.
them. So
That's a shame. That's a shame. Was it like cows? Because that's how you get minotaurs.
nothing quite that large.
Okay. 'Cause technically, that also requires like Zeus to like piss on your mom or something. God, Greek mythology is weird. Some of that stuff's real, you know.
I suppose that would make sense with all the things we can do.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, like obviously, like I'll keep an eye out for any weird animal stuff, and I'll try and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yums, but it's a little weird to involve animals in this kind of stuff. That's weird. So I'm gonna, if I can deal with that, I'm gonna put a stop to that. But other than that, I'll check in on her, see if she's out there's anything weird going on. I'll deal with that. But yeah, question I have for you. So you're saying you are thinking this person might be in danger. Is this sort of a foresight thing, or
Well, I had a dream.
that's kind of a foresight thing?
A dream of her walking down a path and being swallowed by shadows.
That's very vague.
Unfortunately, yes.
Were the shadows shaped like anything, like birds or like spiders or?
Spiders, actually, yes.
I don't like spiders. Except when they're in, the garden. Garden spiders are good. I like garden spiders. Don't get around to doing much gardening lately. It's mostly been bad season for it lately. Also, terrible thumb. I have no green thumb. It's brown thumb. It's no good. That sounds a little dirty. I apologize.
All right, so she gives you Adesi's address, and she explains that she tried to check in on her and she didn't get an answer. So.
She just kind of pats her jacket. You got a pen? I need to write this down.
Yeah, she hands you one.
Okay, yeah. And just write it down. Okay, and then I'll put the pen in my pocket. All right, I will deal with this. I'll text you later, see if something good happens, and I might actually, if I'm not sniffing around any kind of like weird stuff, I might see if I can get some friends involved. But other than that, I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. You have a great day.
You too. We'll switch to Dr. Grace now. What would Dr. Grace be doing on a Friday?
All right, so Dr. Margaret Grace would be doing the same thing she does every morning, drinking a cup of coffee or some type of hot beverage while reading a book.
Okay. What book? What kind of book, at least?
He lives in a library. Just pick a general book. I don't know.
She reads supernatural romance books.
I was like, I could just be like, maybe she, just to get away every morning, she just reads a romance.
Centaurs. Wow, that's a new meaning to the word horse girl.
You know what? Why not? Let's make it humorous and say she wakes up every morning, drinks a hot cup of coffee, and reads a romance novel with mythical creatures in it.
That's enough of a market now that there's enough that you could every day.
Now, you have no idea. It is third to Amish, and Pirates is a big one, but it's not that big.
Amish is above Pirates?
Amish is huge. You have no idea.
Okay. She wakes up every morning, drinks a hot beverage, and secretly reads mythical creature romance novels. And she would just die of embarrassment if anyone else found out.
Puts it inside another book?
Yes.
or uses the book sleeve of another book?
Yes. Uses the book sleeve of another book.
Like, nobody's here. Nobody's going to come here. But what if they do?
What if?
At this point, would it be usual to just hang out on a Friday night, or would this be something unusual?
Okay, so here's how I see 90% of our interactions, at least as far as because we know for a fact that Frank and I do bowling. But when Dr. Margaret Grace, yes, Dr. Margaret Grace, I had to remember the full name. Whenever Dr. Margaret Grace is involved, it's almost entirely a job-based thing. So I assume...
I don't hang out.
Yeah, I assume I did enough research, found out there's something weird going on here, and I decided I'm going to trick Frank into doing something. And then we just show up at Dr. Margaret Grace's place as just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Because my character is annoying enough that is a thing that would happen.
You hear a knock at your door, Dr. Grace.
I jump and look around because no one's supposed to be here and no one's supposed to know that I am into mythical creature romance novels. I place the book down underneath a significantly larger book, walk to my door, and open it, kind of frustrated because it's Friday morning. This is me time.
Dr. Margaret Grace, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, also another note, my character has extremely pink hair.
Why are you at my door? Why did you not contact me to tell me that you were coming?
Oh, I think we're just all past that kind of thing. But yeah, so I found a thing that might need some looking into. There is a particularly weird bit of business going on. Yeah, a contact of mine got into telling me about a bit of weirdness, and you two are definitely the weirdest people I know, and definitely could use a bit of expertise on this.
I see. All right, Frank and Anne, come on in.
Walk on in.
Please excuse the mess. Just sit anywhere at the table. I walk over to the bookshelves, many, many bookshelves, and then ask Anne what exactly I'm looking for topic wise.
Okay, so I kind of like wander over, find a book, look at it very quizzically, open it, like, huh, and then close it. So, a soothsayer friend of mine had brought me had some kind of vision that brought her to believe that her protege is in a fair bit of trouble. I am well aware of the effect destiny has on a wide variety of individuals involved in this circumstance, and that is an incredibly important detail when basically involving that sort of supernatural phenomenon. So that's a very important detail. The second important detail is I'm pretty sure this is going to be dangerous as hell, and I would like more than one person to be there.
Hmm. So we've got visions of what?
That's the interesting question. So far we have shadow spiders,
Shadow spiders, all right?
and this person is being swallowed up by them. Now, here's a very big important detail. This is a mage of some kind who has been led astray due to animal abuse. I'm not entirely sure on the whole circumstance, but I am well aware that some pretty bad juju in general is going on here.
Is she abusing spiders?
That's very possible. That's a very rude thing to do. Spiders are very hardworking and they deserve your respect.
All right, so we have a on the verge of being rogue mage, but possibly not completely rogue yet,
Very possible.
who is potentially in trouble, and your friend had a dream that she was being swallowed by shadow spiders.
Yep. That is the main majority of the information. Now, of course, I've done a little bit of investigating on my own, but I don't want to get too close to it before I deal with it. And
All right, I will pull some research books off my shelves, and I just start pulling books off my shelves, start reading them.
I mean, it doesn't seem like there's that much to the dream, but like, I guess it's some of those like dream interpretations. Oh, spiders means
Yeah.
opportunities. The dreams could just sometimes be dreams. Like, I had a really strange dream last night. Probably means nothing.
What was your dream about?
Yeah, it was so strange. I was in this art gallery, and there was like this auction thing going on, and there was this Krista statue of, I don't know if you know Dina Harrington. She's like this Locos YouTuber. She's been singing and sings pretty well. I don't know. My daughter like introduced me.
I'm
to
sorry,
her.
did you say a crystal statue of a YouTuber?
Yes.
And I take a notebook and I start writing things down.
that's a real weird.
I know. I don't even like watch. Like, I've seen him in the YouTube videos, and I know like the local news had her on, but like,
Well, I'll get back to you later.
And she does that kind of weird singing thing.
yeah, I just like singing on YouTube, and
Yeah. Huh. Is she the one that does all of those covers of songs, but they're done in like different styles? There's like a weird new metal done in like 1920s style music, so it's like this weird dissonance.
yeah, she has done some of those. I don't know if she's the main one of that, but I know they've collabed on that.
Oh yeah. No,
Excuse me, can we please stay on topic? There is a young woman potentially in danger.
my niece kind of into that kind of thing. So I have a vague idea about things.
Am I talking to a wall?
No, you're fine. But if you want to do that, you could use a few more walls here. This place is a little run down.
I just stare at you both angrily.
Sorry, that was rude of me.
What else have you figured out in your investigation so far?
Jeff, that is a question I have for you. Have I figured out anything else out of my investigation? Because I've literally given them everything I have as a player.
Yes. First of all, I just realized I only gave you her last name.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Oh, I was like Adesi. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yes, her name is Celino Adesi. So Celino is her first.
Oh, that's frustrating. That's not how I spell it.
All right. So would you have gone to the house yet, or did you get help first?
Probably went snooping around. I kind of felt like it was a little bit like this is gonna get dangerous, and then decided to get back up, and also had my ulterior motives, which is mainly getting Frank more experience for what his deal is, but I don't tell anyone that.
Okay. So at this point, you don't really have anything more than what you've got.
That's frustrating.
All right, so exactly what can I do besides look at a bunch of books? I'm looking at books and dream interpretations. Can I identify what being swallowed by a spider shadow is so we can have like a general direction of where to go?
If only I was asking leading questions, and then I could use one more thing.
Do we know like the age of Selena?
Yeah, we'll just say that some of the information you have is that she's in her 20s. It's been a few years since she was last in contact with Serenity, like in any meaningful way.
So she could just move from Serenity knows.
Also, for the record, if you roll a 12 plus on an investigation, you can just ask any question.
All right, so I guess I will just do that.
Do we have to go to the house or anything to figure this out?
You do have her address.
I think Dr. Margaret Grace was going to kind of do like dream interpretation to see if there's any information we can glean before we go in.
Yes. Well, I got a 6 and a 2. What does that give me?
It's plus sharp, so what's your sharp?
Plus 2 sharp.
So you get a 10. On a 10 plus, hold 2. One hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Because what I actually want to know is what does a shadowy spider thing mean when it's in a dream? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
I would actually say what's concealed here could be used as a interpretation to that.
Okay.
That would be me. Obviously, that's up to you, Jeff.
It's possible that she is walking towards her destruction without knowing it.
Okay.
Like she is actively choosing to go a certain direction and she doesn't realize it will destroy her.
All right. So I look through my books, I do that dream interpretation, and so the next step I would assume would be to go to her house because we have her address.
So that would make sense to me.
I feel like I have a just regular thing where I just show up to people's houses anyway, so it seems like pretty normal.
So I guess let's head out. I pack some stuff.
I like the idea that you actually did need to pick up that specific book that you were using the book cover for, but you forgot that you had been using the book cover, so you picked up the romance book on accident.
Alright, and that's going to be it for this week. We hope you enjoyed the gameplay and that you will join us for the next episode where we will continue gameplay for Monster of the Week. Thank you for joining us, and careful on your way back down the mountain.